Hi, what's your name and where are you from?
My name's Taylor. I'm from Nashville.
Right.
In December 1989, on a quiet Christmas tree farm in Pennsylvania, a baby girl opened her eyes for the first time. No cameras, no lights, no screaming fans, just snow, silence, and a family full of dreams. No one knew that this little girl would one day become a name the whole world would scream. Her name? Taylor Swift. Fast forward to 2023. Her Eras tour becomes the highest grossing in history, crossing a jaw-dropping $1 billion. She now owns private jets, designer clothes, and a real estate empire worth over $100 million. But her journey wasn't always shiny. She was once rejected in Nashville, told she wasn't good enough. Yet today, she lives a life so grand, even royalty might envy her. So how did it happen? How did Taylor Swift go from a small-town farm girl to a global icon, flying in private jets, living in mansions, and shaping the future of pop culture? Stick with me, because this is the story of Taylor Swift's luxurious lifestyle and the secret behind her unmatched empire. She was born in 1989 in the quiet countryside of Pennsylvania. Her home wasn't a big city. It was a Christmas tree farm, where the days smelled like pine and the nights were filled with stars. Taylor Swift grew up around dirt roads, farm chores, and small-town smiles. Life was simple. There were no red carpets, no flashing lights, just a young girl with a notebook and a dream. She wasn't chasing fame. She was chasing music. From a young age, Taylor fell in love with country songs. She listened to legends like Shania Twain and Dolly Parton, writing her own lyrics in her bedroom, dreaming of bigger stages far beyond the farm. She would sing at coffee shops, county fairs, and wherever someone would listen. Even then, her voice carried a feeling, like she was telling a story that needed to be heard. But her world was still small. She hadn't stepped into the spotlight yet. So, how did this farm girl take her very first step into the glamorous world of fame? At just 14 years old, Taylor Swift left her hometown behind and moved to Nashville, Tennessee, the heart of country music. She came with a guitar, a notebook, and a heart full of hope. But the city wasn't kind at first. She walked into record labels, played her songs, and waited for someone to believe. But again and again, they told her she wasn't ready. Too young, too different, not what they were looking for. It would have crushed most people, but Taylor didn't quit. She kept writing, kept playing, and kept believing in her own words. She wrote songs that told real stories about love, fear, growing up, and feeling left out. And slowly, people began to listen. She wasn't just singing, she was connecting. Taylor started performing wherever she could. Coffee shops, school events, even open mics. She worked harder than anyone else, turning every rejection into fuel. She was still a teenager, but her dream was growing stronger by the day. And then, everything changed. So what moment finally turned it all around and set her on the path to stardom? In 2006, the world heard her name for the first time. Taylor Swift's debut album hit the airwaves, and everything changed. She wasn't just another new voice. She was a force. Her songs felt like diaries, filled with stories people truly felt. Then came Fearless, and with it, Grammy Awards, chart-topping hits, and a fan base that grew by the second. But Taylor didn't stop there. She took a bold step. With Speak Now and later 1989, she moved from country music into the world of global pop. And she didn't just join it, she owned it. Her lyrics stayed personal. Her sound got bigger. Her image evolved. The world no longer saw her as just a singer. She became a phenomenon, a name in headlines, a face on magazine covers, and a leader in the new age of pop. But fame didn't just bring applause. It brought wealth, power, and a lifestyle few could imagine. So how did her success on stage turn into a life of unmatched luxury? By 2011, Taylor Swift was no longer just a rising star. She was becoming a global empire. Her albums kept selling millions. Her tours filled stadiums across the world. From Red to Reputation, every new release was a major event, followed by massive arena shows, award wins, and worldwide headlines. But Taylor was thinking bigger than music. She signed smart endorsement deals with brands like Coca-Cola, Apple, and Keds. She invested in her own merchandise, built her management team, and began controlling her own business moves. While others chased fame, Taylor was building a fortune, carefully and quietly. And it worked. By the end of the decade, she wasn't just rich. She was one of the wealthiest women in entertainment. A true self-made billionaire, not from luck, but from hard work, planning, and vision. She turned her name into a brand and her brand into a legacy. But one moment, one project, would push her beyond anything the music world had seen before. So what single event launched her into a level of wealth and influence no other singer had reached? In 2023, Taylor Swift did something no artist in history had ever done. She launched the Eras Tour, a journey through all her musical eras, from Fearless to Folklore, from heartbreaks to stadium anthems. Every seat sold out. Every show was a spectacle. Fans flew across countries just to sing along with her. By the time it ended, the Eras Tour had become the highest-grossing tour of all time, crossing over $1 billion. But that wasn't all. Behind the scenes, Taylor was collecting streaming royalties, making smart investments, and growing her music empire. She wasn't just singing songs, she was building an empire that could last forever. Then came 2025. She made her biggest move yet. Taylor reclaimed her masters, the rights to her original music, which meant she now fully owned her legacy. No middlemen, no lost profits, just power in her own hands. With her voice, her business mind, and her loyal fan base, Taylor had become a billionaire. But what happens next? What does Taylor Swift do with this enormous fortune? Where does the luxury truly begin? Before we reveal Taylor Swift's mansions, jets, and fashion empire, like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more luxury stories. When it comes to luxury living, Taylor Swift has built more than just a music empire. She's built a real estate kingdom. She owns not one, but multiple penthouses in New York City, with skyline views and designer interiors. In Rhode Island, she owns a massive beachfront mansion, a peaceful retreat with waves crashing outside her windows. Back in Nashville, where it all began, she owns cozy Southern-style estates that reflect her country roots. And in Beverly Hills, she holds multiple Hollywood-style homes, surrounded by palm trees and privacy. Each home tells a story. Each address marks another level of her unstoppable rise to the top. It's not just about luxury. It's about legacy. Real estate experts say her portfolio is worth over $100 million. Critics call it one of the most powerful celebrity real estate collections in modern history. But Taylor's lifestyle doesn't end at the front door. Her luxury goes far beyond her homes. So, what about the way she travels? Because luxury isn't just about homes. What does her travel life look like? When Taylor Swift takes a trip, she doesn't fly coach. She travels the world in her very own Dassault Falcon 900 private jet. It's sleek, fast, and worth tens of millions of dollars. Inside, cream leather seats, a private bedroom, and even space for her team. She can fly from New York to London without ever stepping into a public airport. This isn't just travel, it's freedom at 40,000 feet. And that's just the start. Her car collection is just as impressive. From a Porsche Cayenne to a Mercedes-Benz Viano, every vehicle she owns screams comfort and class. She's been seen in Range Rovers, Audi R8s, and even a vintage Chevy Silverado, a nod to her country roots. Each ride fits a moment. Whether it's a red carpet event or a secret studio visit, Taylor always arrives in style. But what truly stands out is how she travels like she lives, with elegance, privacy, and power. When she lands in Paris or Tokyo, it's not just a visit, it's an event. Hotels upgrade her to full wings, security teams are doubled, and entire venues prepare for her arrival. Even her vacations, like private yacht getaways or mountain retreats, feel straight out of a dream. Every journey reflects her success. Every movement is planned, personal, and exclusive. But luxury isn't just about how she moves, it's also about how she shines in front of the world. So beyond travel, how does Taylor Swift showcase her wealth every time she steps on stage or walks the red carpet? When Taylor Swift walks into a room, the cameras don't just flash, they follow. From sold-out concerts to red carpet premieres, every outfit she wears becomes a global headline. Her wardrobe includes the biggest names in fashion: Gucci, Versace, Chanel, and more. These aren't just clothes, they're statements. Custom gowns, hand-stitched suits, diamond accessories. Each piece is carefully chosen to match the moment. At the Met Gala, she turns heads. On stage, she mixes glamour with power. Even her street style, simple boots and oversized sweaters, sets trends around the world. Every time she appears in public, she reminds people that she's not just a pop star. She's a fashion icon, a woman who can blend luxury with meaning and turn fabric into emotion. Her look has evolved with her music, from cowboy boots to couture, from teenage curls to confident elegance. And fans don't just copy her style, they see her as a symbol of success, power, and independence. Because Taylor Swift doesn't just wear luxury, she wears her story. But in the end, it's not just about dresses, diamonds, or designer brands. So what's the real secret that makes Taylor Swift's lifestyle stand above all the rest? In the end, 7. Taylor Swift's luxury is not just about money. It's about freedom. Freedom she earned through persistence, vision, and a heart that never gave up. She was once told no in Nashville. Now she owns a music empire that stretches across the globe. She turned every rejection into motivation. Every door slammed shut into a new path she built herself. She proved that luxury isn't inherited. It's created, with strategy, hard work, and the courage to evolve. Behind every mansion, every jet, and every diamond dress is a story of resilience. She didn't just survive the music industry, she rewrote its rules. The little girl from the Christmas tree farm in 1989 is now the face of billion-dollar luxury in 2025. And it's not just because she sings, it's because she believed, fought, and never backed down. Taylor Swift's story isn't just about riches, it's about rewriting destiny. And that's what makes her lifestyle truly one of a kind. From a Christmas tree farm to private jets, Taylor Swift's journey shows what determination can build. This story isn't just about luxury, it's about ambition, reinvention, and power. If you enjoyed this look into her lifestyle, hit subscribe and stay tuned for more untold stories. Which part amazed you most? Her real estate, fashion, or the billion-dollar tour? Let us know in the comments.